In 2017, the football world was stunned.
£60 million. That's how much China are apparently going to pay Oscar to go and play in their Premier League.
Oscar, a Premier League and European champion with Chelsea and a cornerstone of Brazil's national team, left Europe to join the Chinese Superliga competition, often seen as second or even third tier. Unlike others, he quickly admitted that his move to the Middle Kingdom was purely financial, driven by the allure of money. He even claimed he'd only stay for 2 or 3 seasons before returning to Europe's elite. But 7 years later, as every other star gradually left the Chinese league, Oscar remained. He sacrificed a career everyone predicted would be legendary and abandoned a Brazilian national team left longing for his flair and skill. In short, today we're diving into the story of a Brazilian prodigy who gave up everything for money, stuck on the wrong side of the Great Wall until the age of 33. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Roots of a Prodigy. To understand why Oscar succumbed to the allure of money, we need to travel back to 1990s Brazil, specifically to Americana in São Paulo state. In September 1991, Oscar dos Santos Emboaba Jr., known simply as Oscar, was born. São Paulo is Brazil's economic powerhouse, but for young Oscar, like many great footballers, life began in poverty. His family struggled to make ends meet, and tragedy struck when Oscar was just 3. His father died in a car accident, leaving his widowed mother to raise 3 children alone. Life was tough, a daily battle, but it forged in Oscar a fierce determination to succeed and provide for his family. Early on, he realized football was his path to salvation, and he was exceptionally gifted. Unlike Ronaldinho's dazzling dribbles or Roberto Carlos's thunderous shots, Oscar's strength was his game intelligence. He made football flow, rarely lost possession, scored when needed, and was a modern, versatile talent. By age 13, top Brazilian and European clubs were circling. After much deliberation, he chose the safety and proximity of São Paulo's tricolor Paulista in 2004. From there, Oscar's rise was meteoric. São Paulo quickly recognized his unique talent, and just 4 years later, at 16, he made his professional debut, not a cameo, but a start in a Copa Sudamericana match. Though he missed a penalty in a shootout, his potential shone through. The next season, he made 11 league appearances, delivering an assist every 68 minutes. At 17, he was hailed as the future of the Seleção. But in late 2009, everything unraveled. Alerted by his agent, Oscar publicly criticized São Paulo for repeated delays in paying his salary-crucial income for his struggling family. The delays persisted, pushing him to take legal action to terminate his contract, citing both non-payment and the fact that he signed a 5-year deal at 16, violating FIFA rules. In Brazil, players unpaid for 3 months can become free agents, and after a 6-month legal battle, a São Paulo court ruled in Oscar's favor, declaring him free. His freedom was short-lived. Oscar soon joined Internacional in Porto Alegre, over 10 kilometers away. His start was rocky after 6 months without playing, but by the next season, he was unstoppable, scoring 5 goals and providing 4 assists in 14 league games, helping Internacional win the Campeonato Gaúcho and Copa Libertadores. He became a local hero and cemented his global reputation at the 2011 U20 World Cup, scoring a hat-trick in the final against Portugal. That year, he debuted for Brazil's senior team, seen alongside Neymar as the duo to restore Brazil's dominance. But São Paulo's directors, bitter over losing their star without compensation, fought back. They appealed the court's decision and launched new legal challenges. In a shocking twist, in March 2012, the tribunal reversed its ruling, siding with São Paulo and ordering Oscar to return to his boyhood club. He refused outright, sparking a new, protracted legal battle that threatened to sideline him for months or even years, as he was barred from playing anywhere else. Chapter 2. From London glory to an unexpected fall. The legal battle with São Paulo quickly became a problem, forcing Oscar to miss key Copa Libertadores matches with Internacional. To resolve the deadlock, Internacional paid a $6 million indemnity to São Paulo in late May to end the dispute. A bold move. Just weeks later, while Oscar dazzled at the London Olympics alongside Neymar, Hulk, and Thiago Silva, Internationals sold their golden talent to Chelsea, the reigning European champions, for $32 million, over 5 times the indemnity paid. For the 20-year-old, this transfer was a massive leap forward. Despite losing the Olympic final to Mexico, Oscar stayed in London to join Chelsea, where immense pressure awaited. Competing with new signing Marco Marin, he faced high expectations, but the Brazilian, dubbed the new Kaká, thrived. In his Champions League debut, he scored a goal of the season contender, quickly becoming a vital cog in Chelsea's machine. His vision, precise passing, and ability to unlock defenses saw him play 64 matches in his first season, scoring 12 goals and providing 9 assists, helping Chelsea win the Europa League. The next season, under Jose Mourinho, Oscar continued to shine despite Kevin De Bruyne's arrival. His intelligence pushed Chelsea to sell Juan Mata, and after winning the Confederations Cup with Brazil, he headed to the 2014 World Cup. At 22, he delivered a near-perfect tournament, scoring and assisting in the opener and easing pressure on teammates with his unpredictable flair. Though Brazil's 7-1 humiliation against Germany was a national trauma, Oscar returned to London stronger, leading Chelsea to the 2014-15 Premier League title at just 23. Many saw him as a future world-class midfielder, but the tide turned. A May 2015 injury forced him to miss the Copa America, and he struggled to regain form in a Chelsea side that slumped to 10th. Mourinho's sacking in December 2015 and Antonio Conte's arrival in 2016 spelled trouble. In Conte's 3-defender system, Oscar couldn't displace Conte, Matic, or Fabregas. After a lackluster half-season and months on the bench, by January 2017, Oscar, desperate to revive his career, was ready to leave. Chapter 3. The Chinese Temptation. Given Oscar's talent, potential, and exposure that winter, several top European clubs were vying for his signature, with Atletico Madrid, led by Diego Simeone, quickly reaching an agreement with his camp. But the deal collapsed when Chelsea demanded a staggering $50–60 million, a sum Atletico couldn't meet. In Europe, no club was willing to pay that amount for Oscar. Outside Europe, however, it was a different story. The Chinese Super League, flush with cash and attracting stars with massive offers, saw Shanghai Port step up. They matched Chelsea's $60 million valuation and offered Oscar a golden contract, $24 million per year over 4 years, making him the 5th highest paid player in the world. For the former favela kid, this was an irresistible offer, despite disappointing European football fans. Oscar was candid about his motives, a rarity worth noting, unlike others who later joined China, Qatar, or Saudi Arabia, citing sporting projects or lifestyle. He admitted the move was about money. He planned to bank a fortune for 2 or 3 years before returning to Europe's elite, even if it meant risking his spot in Brazil's national team. Though his decision sparked heavy criticism in Europe, it didn't stop the Brazilian gem from thriving in his early months with Shanghai Port's Red Eagles. Chapter 4. Trapped by the Golden Cage. Oscar quickly established himself as one of the Chinese Super League's top players, dishing out assists with ease and earning the admiration of his coach and teammates. In 2018, he led Shanghai Port to their first-ever league title, finishing as the league's top assist provider with 22 assists and 12 goals in 29 appearances. Off the pitch, he pulled off a masterstroke by extending his contract until 2024, with a hefty salary increase just a month before the Chinese government imposed a $3 million annual salary cap for foreign players. But this lucrative deal had a catch. The Chinese authorities took contracts seriously, and Shanghai Port had no intention of letting Oscar leave early, regardless of his initial plan to stay for only 2 or 3 years before returning to Europe. In September 2020, rumors of a move to Arsenal alongside David Luiz and Willian fizzled out. Similar hopes of returning to Chelsea or joining Barcelona in winter 2022 were quashed, as were talks with Flamengo in 2023, despite Oscar posting a photo in their jersey. Shanghai's directors consistently vetoed any transfer. Left with no choice, Oscar acknowledged his predicament in a Fox Sports Brazil interview. "I really want to return to Europe, but not now. The situation is difficult for me. It's a bit more complicated to leave here. I hope to fulfill my contract calmly, and then, yes, think about returning to Europe." What began as a short-term financial move stretched into 7 years in China, far from elite football and Brazil's national team. Though he won 3 Chinese titles and 3 assist crowns while earning nearly $200 million, His performances ranged from brilliant to underwhelming. As of now, Oscar has officially bid an emotional farewell to Shanghai Port, visibly moved during his exit. Despite the disappointment of seeing his once dazzling career derailed by money, his sincerity is undeniable. Beyond the footballing loss, he lived a deeply enriching human and family experience in China. Returning to Sao Paulo, the club where it all began, he now faces the challenge of reviving his legacy at 33. Whether this homecoming can rekindle the magic of his early years and restore his place among Brazil's elite remains to be seen. But his journey back to his roots is a poignant new chapter.